Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial on Light CLI, the command line interface that makes working with SQLite databases a whole lot easier and more enjoyable. If you ever found yourself frustrated with the standard SQLite command line tool, this video is for you. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know how to use Light CLI to manage your SQLite database with features like syntax highlighting, auto completion, and much more. We'll cover everything from installation to creating a practical contacts database. Let's start by installing LightCLI. The easiest way is to use pip in the Python package manager. I've already installed it. If you are using Mac OS and use Homebrew, you can install it using brew install LightCLI. And if you want to clone it from the source code, you can just do git clone and cd into the folder and do pip install -e dot to install LightCLI. Let's check if LightCLI is installed by doing lightcli --- version. Great. Now we are ready to start using LightCLI. Let's create our first database. To launch LightCLI with a new or existing database, simply type LightCLI followed by the database name. Let's execute a simple select query to find our SQLite version. Here you can see the syntax highlighting and the auto completion. I'll just use the auto completion prompt to make the SQLite query. Here I'm using version 3.49.1. If you want to exit the prompt, either you can write a .exit or you can simply do Ctrl plus T. Let's get back into the contact DB. Let's look at the help command. The help command shows all available commands. We'll often use the system command to execute shell queries. Here I'll do system clear to clear our screen. Let's create a test table. Let's insert some values into it. Let me clear the screen. Now let's check the number of tables we have in here using the /d command or .tables or describe command. These three commands show the same results. Let's check the schema of the test table using .schema. Here it gives us the create table command to create this table. A much better way to see the attributes of the test table and their properties are to use describe keyword. It shows the column ID, name, data type, is it set to not null, the default value, and is it the primary key for all the attributes inside this table. Let's first clear the screen. Let's make a select query in the test table. Let's suppose this is a very complex query and we want to save it to execute easily in the future. We have a feature known as favorite queries in Light CLI. Let me clear the screen and show you how we can use it. We can just press /f and it shows that there are no favorite queries. Favorite queries are a way to save frequently used queries with a short name. Here are the examples. These are 4 operations we can do with favorite queries. We can do /fs and give a small name to the favorite query and write down the query we want. Just pressing /f gives out the list of all the favorite queries available. /f and writing the name of the query executes the query, and /fd is used to delete the favorite query. Now let's check a simple query for the select query we just did. Here /fs is the operation to save, and this is the name we provide for this query. Now let's execute the test query. We can see it ran the select query as we intended. Now let me clear the screen and we will get into creating our database table. We will drop the test table. Let me clear the screen. Now since we are making complex queries, we can turn on the multi-line with F3. Now we will have to use semicolon to end the line. Let's start by creating the contacts table. This contact table has ID as primary key, first name, last name, email, and created at, which is the time spent. Its default value is set to current timestamp whenever the insert query will be executed for the contact. Now let's create a separate table for phone numbers. This follows good database design practice principles. by separating one-to-many relationships. The phone number query also has an ID, a contact ID, which is the foreign key to the contact, and we are setting on delete to cascade so that whenever the contact is deleted, all the phone numbers linked to it should also get deleted. This is a phone type which will refer to the phone type like work, home, or such phone types. It will have the actual phone number. We are also ensuring that the combination of contact ID and phone type is unique so that we don't have a multiple home phone number for a single contact. Let's make sure the foreign key constraints are enabled. Now let's add some sample data into it and let's add some phone numbers as well. Now let's perform select query to see what we have got. Let's write a more complex query that joins the two tables. Here we are getting the first name, last name, email, phone type, and phone numbers for all the contacts and phone numbers, and we are joining it using contact ID. Perfect. We have a functioning contacts data table. The join query is useful, but we don't want to type it every time. Let's create a view instead. Now this is a view that will make our queries much more simpler. This view uses subqueries to pivot our phone numbers into columns, making it easier to see all contacts information at once. Let's query it. Views are like virtual tables. They don't store data themselves but provide a convenient way to access data through a predefined query. This is particularly useful for simplifying complex queries, providing a stable interface to your data, implementing low level security when needed, creating logical abstractions of your data, analyzing the database. Taking backups is not as straightforward in the Lite CLI. For that, I prefer using the .dump command in SQLite 3. Before we wrap up, let me share some best practices with Lite CLI. Use transactions for important changes, create indices for frequently used query columns, use the foreign pragma to enforce referential integrity, regularly check for database integrity with pragma integrity check. For complex queries, use the external editor with /e. This opens your default editor where you can write and edit a complex query more comfortably. That covers the essentials of working with Lite CLI. We have learned how to install and launch Lite CLI, the powerful meta commands it offers, how to create a practical database structure, creating views for complex queries, best practices for SQLite development. Lite CLI makes working with SQLite database much more pleasant with its syntax highlighting autocompletion and helpful meta commands. Check out the Lite CLI GitHub page for more information and updates. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like, subscribe, share for more database and development tutorials. Drop a comment if you have any questions or suggestions for the future video. Thanks for watching.